The Ather 450X has been one of our most favorite e-scooters here at ZigWheels thanks to its great performance, good range and almost motorcycle-like handling. And the reason why I am so smug right now is because our long-term Ather has been with me for the last couple of months for my daily commutes. So today I am not doing a proper road test. Instead, I am focusing on what it's like to live with the Ather, what things work in its favor, what things don't, and what you would expect if you were to buy one. But before we go ahead, we have a lot more long-term reviews coming out of other electric scooters like the TVS iQube S and the Ola S1 Pro. And the best way to get notified for when they drop is to get subscribed and also click on that little bell icon. But now, back to the Ather. Now we have spoken about the Ather's performance endlessly in our road test, comparison videos as well as the EV hill climb challenges. And in one word, it's fantastic. And if you want more details, you can check out those videos in the description. But in my daily commutes, I realized that the Ather has more performance than I actually need. Now my commute to office one way is about 19 kilometers, 12 of which are on the highway. But when I'm in city in the traffic, I keep the scooter in smart eco mode, which gives me a top speed of 50 kph and enough acceleration to get past traffic fairly easily. The only place where smart eco feels a bit lacking is on steep inclines. But as soon as I hit the highway, I put the scooter in sport mode, which gives me a top speed of 90 kph and enough grunt to get past anything that's in my way. Honestly, I barely use the city or the warp modes. Smart eco and sport are all I need for a hassle-free commute that also gives me great range. Now having a hill hold function on a scooter might seem a bit overkill. But if you have one that works as well as it does on the Ather, then you will be thankful. Just come to a full stop and the auto hold takes over. And you can take both your hands off the handlebar without the scooter moving, like if you want to use the touchscreen on a slope and need to remove your gloves. So I have a problem and it's not the Ather's fault. You see, I don't have a charging spot in my parking at home and I live on the 9th floor, which means running a power cable from my home to the scooter is impossible. So I can only charge it once I'm in office. And I'll confess, I go to office maybe around thrice a week. So I should be worried, right? No, I'm not. So even though I'm getting a range of around 90 kilometers on a full charge, if the DTE shows 90, I know I'm getting 90 no matter what in that mode. So as long as I keep around 20 kilometers of range in the bank, I know for a fact I can make it back to office and plug the scooter back in for a full charge. And if I can't get to office and I want to go around town, like on a weekend, I can come to one of dozens of fast charging points on the Ather Grid around Pune and get a quick top up while I have a cup of tea. And finding a fast charger on the Ather Grid is a very simple task if you have the Ather app. Just open the app, click on the map, choose where you want to go, and it will show you all the Ather charging points in your area. Back in 2018 when we first rode the Ather, Ather had packaged the charger in the scooter, so all you had to do was carry the charging cable with you. Now though, to save weight on the scooter, the charger and the cable has been bundled together, which means it's quite a package. Thankfully, Ather gives you a felt bag so that it doesn't rattle around in your boot when you're going over bumps, but there's no getting around the fact that when you carry it with you, you're taking up a large chunk of your boot space. Now, I'm not a very big guy, anymore at least, but even I find the Ather's posture a little bit cramped. With my height of 5'9" and the redesigned seat, I still find the handlebar a little bit too low. So while the pillion is super comfortable, I start getting upper back pain very easily. Now I can remedy this by moving a little further back on the seat, but then that puts me on the weird slope between the rider and the pillion seat, and that's just not very comfortable. And then there's the issue of the floorboard. I mean, it's fine for the most part, but if I carry my office backpack here, I barely have any room for my feet. Now this could be a problem that's specific to me because I have rather large feet, And you know what they say about guys with large feet, right? Large feet, large shoes. Keeping things on the floorboard also becomes a concern once you park the Ather on your side stand. Not only does it lean so much on its side that it occupies more space than most motorcycles, but there's a good chance whatever you have on the floorboard is going to fall over as well. On top of that, in my tight parking, the scooter leans a lot towards my car. So if I want to open the door, I have to keep an Allen key handy to loosen the mirror so I can get inside. Being a sporty electric scooter, the 450X does ride a little bit firm. But it's much better now and it's not backbreaking by any means. But you do have to be a little slow over sharp bumps. Now because this is an always connected electric scooter, I had to wrap my head around a new thing, and that is the fact that even when standing still, it will lose some charge. So I noticed in a period of 24 hours, it will lose around 2 to 3 kilometers of range, which is fine on a normal day, but if you're traveling for a couple of weeks, it's best to do a full shutdown. While I've always liked the Ather 450X, spending so much time with it has given me a new appreciation for this e-scooter. Yes, it does have some imperfections, but if you can find a way to live with them, it does make for a great companion in the city. Now it's not the perfect family e-scooter by any means. That title belongs to the TVS iQube in our books. The Ather is meant for those who are younger or young at heart. Those who want practicality without compromising on performance or on tech. And if you can get over the price, the 450X, it's a no-brainer. Actually, if you want the performance but not all the tech, Ather has also launched a new variant of the 450 that gives you the same performance with some fewer features. And that's priced over with 40,000 less than this. So now, does the Ather make sense to you at that price? Or do you own one? What's your experience been like? Let us know in the comments and we'll discuss. And as always, thank you for watching.